What's up, everybody? Here we are a day after Christmas, and me and the wife and my buddy Bill decided to take a ride down here to Cook's Corner. To myself, what can I talk to you guys about today? Might as well as get a motovlog in while I'm riding. Today I'm on my trusty 1997 full custom Harley Davidson Fat Boy. Not very many bikes out today, but the hot topic these days in the industry seems to be a bunch of talk about millennials not being into motorcycles. And that means the industry is going to suffer, sales are going to go down. When you think about it, it makes perfect sense. I mean, I am a child of the 60s. When I grew up, you know, we lived outside. We lived in the fields. We lived on our bicycle. You know, Schwinn bicycles were big back then. Taco mini bikes were big back then. You know, we'd be in the fields all day long. And back then, there were a lot more fields to play in for kids, you know? When you compare my childhood to childhood of the millennials, you know, they're like a generation of technology. You know, they're all into the video games. You know, as a kid, that's what you're being molded to ride, and they're not on their bicycles or their skateboards. They're indoors. They're on their computer. They're playing games. They're on their phone, stuff like that. I mean, we didn't have that. I mean, we had video games when I was a kid, but nothing like today. So many kids in my neighborhood had bikes. We all rode. And then when I got bigger, I started racing when I was like 14. And then in high school, we actually had a thing called high school motocross, where we had like 40 people on our motocross team, and we'd race other high schools. So yeah, it's no surprise to me that the millennials, which are like 18 to 36 year olds, you know, their generation is not as into bikes, so that means they're not going to be going out and buying bikes. You know, my generation buys a lot of motorcycles. I can't even tell you how many motorcycles I bought in my lifetime. And I've just bought 2 bikes in 2016. Bought this Harley like 15 years ago. The thing with millennials these days too is they seem to have less dispensable income. They're more frugal with their money. They're more saving their money just to try to get a house. It's so hard to get a house these days. You know, it was way easier. When I bought my first house, I bought my first house for just under $90,000. Nowadays, to get a house, you're looking at $400,000 and up. It's ridiculous. So for a millennial to be like, all right, man, I'm going to go out and spend $9,000 to $15,000 on a motorcycle. That's happening less and less, you know? What I'm doing right now, if you guys watch Suburban Delinquents videos, you know he's got this thing where he always goes to this general store over here and visits our buddy Bob. Let's see if Bob's got anything for us today. See if Bob's got anything. Whoa, what? What's going on here? Oh. I should probably leave this for Suburban Delinquent. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to take anything. I'm just going to leave him some stuff. Or for you other guys, you guys want a sticker? Come by here and take one. There's a whole bunch here. Let's put those in there. Put this back, because those ain't for me.
Very cool.
Later, Bob. Have a good day. I think a lot of people that ride street bikes start riding dirt bikes because you can ride dirt bikes when you're younger. And when I was young, there was a lot of places you could ride around the house, a lot of fields. And the thing is, today, usually to go ride a dirt bike, most people are going to the track. So it's a lot harder. You know, as a kid, we didn't rely on our dad to load us up in the pickup truck and take us to a track. We just open up our garage and we'd go ride. I was working on dirt bikes when I was really young, like 12 years old. Dude, I'd rebuild dirt bike engines and I'd tear them down and paint the frame and all this stuff. And there's just about nothing I can't do when it comes to working on a bike or a car. But kids these days, they just don't have those mechanical skills. And I'm kind of guilty of that too. You know, I have a kid, I have a son. He's grown up now, he's in his 20s. And, you know, whenever he needs something done, I was always stepping up and doing it for him, because guys from my generation, we're used to just getting stuff done. You know, if something needs to be fixed or worked on, we did it. The problem with that, though, is we didn't teach our kid enough about mechanical stuff. And if you're going to own a motorcycle, you know, you should know mechanics. Harley Davidson actually did a survey. Their sales are actually going to be flat for 2017, maybe in the negative. And according to this survey, it's going to be in the negative for the next 5 years, and they're blaming that on the millennials. And Harley Davidson has a pretty big market share here in the United States, so, you know, it's kind of a sign of things to come. I mean, I think the big concern would be, you know, what's going to happen to motorcycling long term as people become less and less interested in bikes. Companies are start going out of business. They're going to offer less and less models. I would be curious to see where things are at in 10 or 20 years, you know? What do you guys think of this road, man? It's pretty cool, huh? The tunnel of trees. For those of you who don't know, but you're in Southern California, this is Santiago Canyon. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys in the next video.